Representative to the state commission, I would like to make a motion that we keep that Charlie Stahl.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Did that while you had your back turned.
That's
You're
okay.
welcome.
I'm accepting it.
TCC representative and
Tax claim.
representative. Yeah, that's the tax.
Oh.
Commission. I would like
Audio's
to
back.
keep that Charlie Stahl.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
You're good. Go ahead. Camera's still frozen, but we
I
have
didn't know
audio.
if you were getting back at what TCC representative. That's currently you, Charlie, right?
Yes. I'm fine with going to the TCC meeting again.
No, I'll nominate Charlie.
Who's not available?
Carry on.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
He retired.
Opposed? Lower.
Me.
What?
I'm not voting.
We've moved on, sir. Lower Kiski Ambulance Service as our primary responder. Do we have a motion to keep Lower Kiski as our ambulance service?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Water Authority appointments.
Do we have any
I don't
interest?
think we have any interest, and there was discussion about them
They're talking
reducing the
about
size.
reducing
So
the size,
we were tabling this until that board finishes their discussions on board size, because we might not be needing to appoint someone. UCC representative. Jeremy, that's you right now, isn't it?
I think it's me and
You're the representative. Gary's our appeals board.
That's right, the people's board.
I make the motion to keep him the same.
Gary on appeals. I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any other positions that we haven't discussed?
Can't think of any.
I don't know, man.
Where's the police?
That was
Oh,
can we talk about that? Is that
yeah, I think this would be a good time to talk about.
So, just my thoughts on it, and Kevin, if you don't like this stuff, you can tell me, but I would love to see you have my role that I currently hold on that, and I would be happy to come back and be the alternate, if that's something you'd be interested in. I just want to present that to you, because I think you do a great job at it.
I will
But I don't
do
wanna-
it if they want me.
I'll make a motion to appoint Kevin Miller as the regular member of SARPD board and Jeremy Smale as the alternate.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you, Kevin. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thanks, Kevin and Jeremy.
I just lost my executive board.
What?
Do what?
That's my last, you're the last of my executive board that just left.
Well, hey.
Well, just, I mean,
Get him right there.
I'll figure it out. We'll do that next meeting.
Oh, I was like, uh-oh, that.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't have an executive board because people are resigning from
Other
Council.
municipalities and
other
townships.
municipalities, and that leaves only the chairman. I don't have a vice chair, I don't have a secretary or a treasurer there, so
I'm good, Kevin.
now I got Kevin to.
Now you got
Fall
Kevin.
into
He
something.
would love to take 2 out of 3 of those roles, I'm sure. Okay. Purchasing procedures.
I would like to make a motion, we maintain them as previously amended.
Yeah, because we did just approve those.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Fee schedules. That's when I was like, I know we have something. It's
Yes.
the new fee schedule.
So I brought everything together here. Obviously, we had discussions over this past year over 2 main things: the zoning fees not being enough to cover John's time, and the floodplain
Floodplain issue.
fees.
Mhm.
So I just kind of threw some numbers in here. John and I talked a little bit. He has some feedback on some of them. Nothing here is set in stone, so let's hash it out and see. So I guess, John, if you would tell us what ones you think maybe could be adjusted a little bit for your zoning fees.
the first one that comes to mind was number 3 under section 1. The permit for application for an accessory building, detached garages, storage sheds, barns, other farm buildings, picnic shelters, pavilions, etc. Currently, we operate under anything less than 1,000 square feet does not need to go to our BCO for flood. So I believe $20 is a little low for if someone builds a 900-foot square foot garage for $20 is a little bit, I think,
So my,
cheap.
just a question on that, would it just be, does it take you more time to process that application versus a different one? Is that why we're increasing it, or is it just based on square footage, you think it's low?
Well, currently what we do is it's like $10 plus so much per square foot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it adjusts depending on the project.
Okay.
But even with, it's like 3 cents a square foot. It's really minimal.
Mm-hmm.
So someone building a fairly good sized garage.
Yeah,
is
if they get
paying-
999 square feet.
Yeah, I mean, they're paying us
$30.
$30 or something,
Mhm.
you know, and at $26 an hour, it maybe take me an hour.
Sure.
Plus,
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I'm saying if that $20 isn't at least covering the administrative costs, then we
No,
obviously need
it's
to
not.
get it. That was my
and
question.
then I have to, you know, there's postage and,
Sure.
you know,
No, I
if
agree.
I have to make a
I don't
site
want to lose
visit.
money on it.
Sure, and that was my goal when I went through these. And Charlie and I had this conversation, is that the old way didn't even cover my time.
Sure.
So the application way not only is a better approach to it, but then it also covers the ones that I did not. And then if people say, well, I'm not doing it, and then they walk away. So I invested my time and effort into it, and then they don't, and we get zero out.
You think it's $40?
Yeah.
It's not on here.
That's my.
I agree, I think it should be at least 40.
I'll make a motion to,
We don't even,
Okay.
how about, let's go through, make
Hash
our
it out.
amendments to the whole
One.
thing,
okay,
and then adopt it as one
we should
resolution.
just change them all.
If that's okay, Tina, is that okay with you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Cut
No, that's
that
it.
over.
No, you're good. Sorry, I was,
Alright, so we're putting the one at
So
the.
number
is to
3 up to
$40.
$40.
Okay,
What else you got, John?
The other one was number 11, the permit application fee for the demolition of commercial, industrial, and institutional buildings. The permit application to put an addition on was set at 100. To tear it down was at 50, and I think they should probably be the same.
equal.
Yeah.
Let's keep them all both at,
So all commercial, just
Uh-huh.
across the board.
100 across the board.
yes?
Yeah.
So just raising that one to raising number 11 to $100.
The next one I have, and this one's probably gonna take some discussion, is the floodplain.
Yes.
Um,
I just kind of threw some language in here based on our previous discussions, so totally open to whatever anyone has to say.
Well, the history with the floodplain, as far as what's come across my desk, is that anything from a carport to a shed to a recreational cabin, you know, we've had them all. And the shed, the carport, things like that, once I told the people what the floodplain ordinance required, none of them did. The only one that I'm working with right now is one doing a recreational cabin. You know, the ordinance is pretty specific about setbacks, hold downs. You know, they have to go above and beyond, and when they see what the costs are involved, they just abandon the project. So Charlie and I have had a conversation about, you know, what is gonna be required moving forward with these people? Is it gonna be project dependent as far as what their requirement's gonna be? You know, cause we can't hold the same person that's putting in an 8x8 shed at their boat launch to throw their kayak in when they're not using it, compared to someone that's building a 24x24 recreational cabin. So there's some variances there. The way it's currently written on this fee schedule, there's an escrow amount that needs to be applied. It's set at $1,500, which, you know, someone's putting in $1,000 shed, they don't wanna put up another 1,500 on top of the 1,000 to just rectify, you know, for me to go do a site visit and say, yeah, you have, it's secured properly, you know, it's sufficiently secured. So,
So the reason I threw that in there, just so everyone's aware, you know, we had a discussion a couple months ago of having the applicants cover the engineering costs. I just threw an escrow out there. There may be other ways to do it. I just figured the escrow was the safer way to.
That's what I was gonna
Actually
ask.
collect on
Isn't
it.
this the one that we talked about? That
And we
needed to
did.
cover the
That's-
cost,
I
but an
just kind of-
escrow.
Threw some language out there, so
Yeah.
I'm completely open to whatever. And the 10%, all the ordinance says is that a floodplain permit application fee shall be a percentage of the total cost of construction, estimated cost of construction. That's what the ordinance says, but it doesn't set a percentage. So I just threw 10 out there because that's what we
Yeah.
collect on UCC applications. But that's also totally up to debate. I'm not married to any numbers on this.
so obviously, construction of a recreational cabin in a floodplain is gonna be looked at a lot differently than someone just building a carport.
Mhm.
So there's, you know, there's two variances there, so I think that's, if we have an application fee that's across the board, and then maybe if we break it out and say if it's an accessory structure, then it's this, if it's a recreational cabin or a single family home, then it's this. We can just break it apart.
So it looks like we need to spend a little more time, kind of like sitting down and hashing out exactly how this portion of this should look, right?
Well, I
To
think,
get-
this does need a
To,
little
to
bit
dial
more
this
attention.
section 2 in,
Right.
to,
This-
like you said, to make it fit the project. Okay. So we can do that after the fact today. I mean, we don't have to, but I do agree with you, John. I think we need to look at it a little more in depth.
And John, your input of the time required to do each of those, actual
Yes.
hours required. would be a benefit as
Yeah.
well.
And that's
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I
just,
just-
something like that,
They're
like
supposed to do-
this one that's going on right now, I've already been there twice. I probably have to go 2 or 3 more times, just to make sure they're complying with what they said they were gonna do.
So we're just gonna keep, like, we'll kind of leave this one as is for now, but understand that we're gonna
We're gonna
continue
need
to
to
work on.
discuss it further.
It's a work.
I have no
Completely
pending
fine with me.
applications right now
Okay, well then,
for
we've got a
floodplain.
little bit of time to try to
Yeah,
figure it
and I
out.
don't expect any in
Works
the
for me.
winter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's completely fine with me. I was trying to piecemeal together the
it's-
previous
yeah.
conversations we had, and
So,
that was the best language I could come up with.
so
that.
we going to make
Is there any
edits?
other sections we need to look at before we
Yeah, there's 2 more items.
go ahead?
One's easy, the ATV permits, it's listed as 25.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 20 or 25.
Okay,
percent.
that's
Yeah, so
easy.
that's the easy one. The other one actually involves Ted with driveway connection permits.
Okay,
I saw that it's currently at $20. And again, I was kinda not stepping on Ted's toes, but saying, well, look, Ted makes more than $20 an hour. If he's gotta make a few trips to a new build or someone, putting in a driveway, it's costing more of his time and effort than $20 to actually oversee someone making a driveway connection.
In most municipalities, that's $50 to $100.
I was just gonna say
For a
50
for a driveway permit.
I'm happy with 50. I mean, that's, I think, fair. It covers Ted's couple hours of Ted, well, about 2 hours of Ted going out. And so that should, I'm fine with 50. Anyone
I
else?
think 50. Yeah, I'm not trying to get it to be an outrageous amount where.
And we're not looking for a profit maker.
We're
Yeah.
trying to recoup costs that we haven't.
So, and that was kind of the goggles that I used when I looked at this, is just
Yeah.
like, it's not a moneymaker for the township, but at least we're not losing.
Right,
And I-
breaking even on
Yeah.
what it cost
Yeah,
us.
cause everybody's salaries and wages goes up every year,
Yeah.
but the fee schedule, I think, needs to
And
reflect.
speaking of which, goes back 1 point to number 1 under section 3, excavation of township roads. I did raise that. I threw that out higher than what it was last year, only because I think we had it at like $30 and $10 or something. Or,
Dude, I think it was 70.
anyone have a copy of the current fee schedule handy?
Yeah, I keep that in my purse.
Yeah, I know, right?
The only time I see that is like People's Gas.
Yeah, it's People's Gas,
And they don't ask, they do it and then
which is
send her a check with the permit. That's kinda how that
they
goes.
really should
They should ask.
get the permit first and then do their thing. But I can attest, People's is really bad about that
Well,
everywhere.
if they're doing their job and that's what they have to do, and they're not doing.
But that said, I mean, Ted's review of going out to make sure they pave it properly, fill it properly, cost more than what we had set out. I'm looking for here. We currently have it at $50 per excavation and a $30 township inspector fee. So I suggest 150. I think that much more covers Ted's time into ensuring they fill it properly, pave it properly.
2 numbers, 100, second
Yeah.
number 50.
100 for the permit
And then
application.
50 for
and
the
then
inspection.
50 for Ted going back to inspect it.
You said, or just
Yep.
clarify, yeah.
Yep.
Covered all the problems there.
I just want clarification, so are we editing this to pass a resolution, but with what do you want it to say in that floodplain, because we're gonna come back for more
So can
discussion,
we discuss just approving it as is right now and then
and we're comfortable to approve it with the
Yeah.
10% that's in there as is for now.
Let's look at number 17, let's discuss number 17 first.
Number 17.
oh, there it is.
The use or the change of use, what exactly does that cover?
So if someone comes in and is applying to, try to think of an example, let's say Dollar General. Dollar General is currently a retail sales space and they want to come in and redistrict it or change the use from that to a warehouse, for example. And he has to review and make sure that that's compliant with our zoning. It's $15, some money to recoup him checking their application for changing that use.
So Gary, is your thought that it needs to be like 25 to more closely
Well,
align with?
my question is, what permits them to change the use? I mean, it has to be acceptable within that zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're applying for the new use.
Okay.
John has to check the zoning, make sure the use they're requesting is
It's still
compliant.
more than $15. I mean,
Yeah, and again, it's
when
the
John,
number I
when
threw
John
in there.
touches something, he's got at least an hour in.
Right, so that's what, are you,
I would-
30?
I'd say $25, $30, yes.
I think 30.
I mean, 30 more than covers the hour of
Yeah,
time.
covers his hour, and if he has a little extra into it.
Well, like he has to mail something back to them or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Postage, whatever.
So $30 for number 17.
Yeah.
So Charlie, you have this resolution. Are you good to make the
Yes.
changes, or are we?
If we could, I would say approve as amended tonight. I'll make the changes and send it to Sharon so you can sign it.
And then I can. And Sharon, when you get it, just shoot me a text, and I can run over and sign.
And this would be resolution 1
1
of
of
2026.
26.
How can we approve it amended when we haven't dealt with the floodplain yet?
Because what's in the floodplain is we're agreeing to this. Then we'll have to amend
No,
the
we don't amend
resolution.
that.
Or we,
Yeah.
I mean, if Gary could make you more comfortable, strike that sentence, to strike 2 out entirely, approve it without it, and then come back and add a fee later.
No, I'm fine either way. It's
Okay.
either way. We have additional work either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're making a motion to approve resolution 1 of 2026
As amended.
as amended.
So I'll make a motion that we approve resolution number 1 of 2026 as amended.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Great. Then Charlie, you'll get the changes to
I'll
Sharon.
make the changes to Sharon, and
I'll come sign them, and then we'll add it to Sharon. Add it to the floodplain to the next agenda, so that we come back and revisit this topic. So we'll make sure it's on the February agenda.
and John, if you want to sit down and do a little bit of calculations, what you have in the different buildings approximately, if you can bring that back to us at the next meeting, I think we could maybe work out a little bit better structure for that.
Yes.
What, you mean the floodplain or the?
Yeah.
Floodplain.
Could you go back to ZZ and clarify something for me? I want to make sure that I understand it the way that you do.
Wait, ZZ on.
ZZ would be other.
Which was us
Oh,
flip flopping these two, right?
yeah.
If you ask me, Tim, and you helped write it, so maybe you could shed some light. That is a new appointment. Their appointments are for 4 years, so Kevin and Jeremy's appointment starts over again for 4 more years from today.
No.
There.
When you appoint a vacancy, it's for the remainder of the term.
It doesn't say that. It says
It
from
does say
appointment.
that. I know it says that.
It says from appointment.
Hold on. Let me double check.
Usually a vacancy is just the, I don't know, I mean, you guys might.
But that's not, there was no vacancy. That's a new appointment.
Well, but there,
Well, he resigned from
he
that.
basically
He
resigned,
resigned
his position.
from that
I'll do
position.
whatever you need me to do.
Go ahead and
I mean, I heard it as he resigned from that position and made a nomination of Kevin to fill that term.
Yeah, that's how I interpret it too. And then we as a board voted to
Voted
appoint
to
Jeremy.
Why
appoint
don't you
Jeremy
put
to-
right on the back of your agenda that you're gonna resign, board can
Why don't
accept.
you just let them have the new term starting today for 4 years?
Because that's not how the charter is
Because
written.
he's still, this term is still ongoing, that's the problem. It's not a new term,
So do you want
correct?
it on your agenda or do you want it on? I have extra copies. Okay. Okay, so clarification was Jeremy has officially resigned and made a motion to nominate Kevin to fill out the remainder of that vacancy. And then Jeremy was nominated to fill the remainder of the term that is vacated by Kevin because he took the other position. And I accepted the resignation.
The board did.
The board accepted the resignation.
I think I was on that too, so I'm fine with amending the motion as Tina just restated to clarify.
Sharon, did you get that?
I think so.
Do you want? Wait, okay, so
The motion
I
should
mean,
be.
I know what it is.
She'll
Good,
figure it
okay,
out.
you're good.
Writing it down is gonna
Accept
be.
his
Yeah.
resignation.
and then do you want to pass this to Sharon so she has the resignation to put on file?
That works.
That would be the clean.
I quit. It says I quit.
I resigned. I do.
Your board of supervisors.
Clean way, you just-
I don't like to quit things.
Made it official.
Resigning, so
On the back of minutes.
Yep.
it's official.
Make a copy of it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna write
Can you
it.
notarize?
Uh-huh. Okay, so are you good with clarification, chief, or are we waiting on Charlie to?
No, you're good with
Yeah,
clarification.
as long as he's
You
good. I'm looking for my own well-being now.
Well,
Make
I
sure
know,
I'm
I
not
didn't know
crazy.
if, I didn't know if.
I mean, if I look at it and I can interpret it differently, I mean, I'll probably come back at that because that is a cleaner route that they just start their 4-year term from right now. So,
I would treat it as a vacancy in my opinion, but I don't
So,
know, I didn't
If
know.
anyone, here's the language of section E. The term of each representative of the commission shall be for a period of 4 years unless earlier removed or terminated as a member of, blah, blah, blah. Unless earlier removed or terminated as a member of a participating municipality's governing body. Such representative's removal or termination from a participating municipality's governing body shall concurrently operate as a removal or termination from the commission. The charter municipalities appointed regular and alternate participating municipality commission members' terms shall be staggered based on each participating municipality's respective joinder date. So in that case, that's all of us. January 1st, 2023 is our joinder date. For the purpose of reorganization, terms shall begin January 1st of the current or following year, depending on which is closer to the joinder date of each respective participating municipality. If an appointed representative of the commission is separated from his or her membership of a participating municipality governing body for any reason, or is absent or incapacitated for 6 months, that's not the section we need.
so
Yeah.
I'm hearing they started a new term from right today.
I disagree.
I was hearing that we go for the end of this year.
Not the first part. You weren't separated and you weren't removed. This is a new appointment.
Well,
Well, he was separated. He
he
resigned.
resigned, so he was separated.
Yeah, then from appointment, you start a 4-year term.
That's gonna make things messy for record keeping on the board too, though. Because otherwise, we all have 4-year terms that end at the end of next year, or the end of this year.
Except for Ford City.
No, Ford City's as of January 1st, 2023, and we made it that all appointments were effective as of January 1st, 2023.
I understand what the messiness is, but I think that their term should start by the charter of what it says.
So this,
It says that.
I don't have a charter and it's hard for me to,
well, I was
trying to,
So I guess my question is, for now, Gilpin Township is covered with a position and an alternate.
Mhm.
The term of that needs clarification. We move on and
I can
Get
tell you,
that
Freeport isn't
clarification?
reading it that way either. Rick
Like,
is
can we
taking
move
his 4 years from his appointment date.
forward.
Which
No,
is-
well, that's not how
This
Ford
is-
City's
This
reading
is
it the
a
other way.
SARP
Yeah,
board
this
problem,
is
not a
smart.
Gilpin board.
You might wanna-
Let's move on past it.
yeah.
So as of right now, we have in temporary appointment, our alternate and our position, SARPD board needs to get clarification of those terms, and then it can be in the SARPD report at the February meeting for clarification of those terms. And if either of these members don't agree to those terms and want to resign and a new appointment made, we can do that at the February meeting. Is that,
I've got a question on it,
Mhm.
does that not create a conflict with the number of years a supervisor may be on as a supervisor in Gilpin Township?
It would no matter what. I mean,
Yeah.
if someone's term,
Like if
that's where the
when
whole,
their
if you're
terms end
separated
next
from.
year, and they get a 4-year term and they only have 2 years left in their term, then yes,
Yeah,
we
I think
may
that's-
have to fill that position
that's just a
again.
risk that just I think is always gonna be in place.
Which would then be cause for that board to understand what happens, because then when that person's term is up on this board, but they have 2 more years left on that board, are we filling 2 years or are we starting over at 4 years? So it'll be helpful for them to have that figured out.
Could get clarification in the way.
But I think for now, for purpose of our meeting, we can move forward because we can't make that decision. They need to come back to us with it. And if they say Kevin's starting 4 years from today and Kevin says, yeah, no, I'm not into that, then we have to reappoint someone.
And we'll know that we're appointed for 4 years.
And we'll know it's
It
4
would be
years.
both of you. It would be you.
I know
and-
Well, yeah, I was just
Yeah,
using
no, yeah, I
Kevin as the
understand.
example.
For sure.
Yeah,
He's got 6, so.
As it is stands now, we're at least on until the end of this year.
And
Should-
yes.
yeah, to the end of 26.
Which we're-
Because that's
For
when the end of
now.
everyone's 4-year term
Right.
ends.
So
Yeah.
we're not gonna leave you hanging that way.
Right, so you're covered for now till you get clarification. We'll get the clarification at the February meeting, and if any changes need to be made based on that, then we can nominate someone. Okay. And I just realized that we do have a position that isn't listed. I don't anticipate we need to make a change to it. Supervisor for John's position.
Oh, yes, yeah.
It's not, we need to appoint a supervisor for zoning code, and
oversee
it's
zoning code.
not in our list. It's currently Charlie. I would make a motion to leave it with Charlie. But we do have to make that appointment.
I'll second it.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Sorry, I was
That's
like,
okay,
there's
I'm glad you
something
brought it up.
missing, but as we were talking about that. Okay, perfect. All right, copies.
Sorry, John.
Right. Yeah, I know, John, we should have talked about this before.
I don't think it needs to be on there because we approved that on the fee schedule.
Right, so we can remove that from future, because it's on the
Yeah,
slide.
all of those are on the fee schedule.
Any old business? Okay. New business, set meeting dates and times for 2026. We currently are 7 PM the second Tuesday,
Third Tuesday.
third Tuesday.
We talked about it before, but would anyone be opposed to moving it a little early into the evening?
I would not be opposed to that.
Oh.
A 6 o'clock would be a
That's
much
kind of where I'm
better
punching at
start for
6
my
o'clock
life.
instead.
My wife would be very happy with that. I'll tell you.
Anybody have any opposition to an hour earlier?
How about I just make a motion, we start at 6?
Sounds
Six.
good, Kevin.
Maintain the
Make-
same.
Third,
Same
Third
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Third Tuesday.
6 p.m.
I'll
6
second.
PM. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's all.
We have to post that in the paper.
Yeah,
I mean,
she'll send that out.
we have
That-
to go through that label thing though.
Yeah, I mean, we have to every year.
Okay.
After the reorg meeting, she has to send out our meeting schedule for the
As
year.
long as it's not just a big fee.
No, it's every year we have to send it no matter what.
Update your calendars now, friends, if it's a reoccurring meeting.
I'll still be there for somebody else.
It's fine, we'll still respond to you. LSA grant signers.
Yeah, so LSA reached out to me and Sharon because we got that LSA grant for the regional comprehensive plan,
Right,
and that was applied for back in 24. And at the time, we appointed the chair and the secretary to be the signers. I was the chair at the time, so it was my name on it. The email they sent says we actually technically have to appoint 2 supervisors to be signers.
Okay.
The chairman plus 1 supervisor.
okay.
So I'm just looking for guidance here if we want to make Tina and plus
So-
1.
I
Yeah,
think,
you.
I think
Yeah,
you've
Charlie.
been heading it up, so there's no reason to not have.
That
you.
works.
That's
So
not a
motion
That's not a
motion to appoint,
You and Charlie, yes.
As signers on the LSA.
Somebody said.
LSA.
Second.
You
oh,
can.
can I second it? No,
Second
it's me.
Second.
Yes, you can.
Everybody second it.
Whoever.
Sharon, pick a name, any name. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
You guys will email them back and let them know who we appointed.
Any other new business? Going into reports. My friend John, you are up first, sir.
Okay, obviously it was a short time frame between last meeting and this meeting. So I only had a total of 4 hours, involved 2 hours for zoning, 2 hours for code enforcement. I issued 1 permit for a residential rooftop solar panel, and I still have 4 lingering, code violations that obviously with the weather are very much delayed. So, that's all I have.
Make a motion to approve the code and zoning report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Road report, Ted, what a wild month, y'all had in December.
Yeah, so like this John alluded to, you know, it's kind of a short turnaround from the last meeting, but I did put the spreader out back on the pickup truck from, driving Santa around. We did fell the tree on Godfrey Road that was leaning really low over the road. We cleared a couple other down trees. We cleared debris. There is more debris to clear up, iron ditches and things. We're gonna be riding around and doing that as time permits. We did do snow removal and some equipment things.
I'll make a motion to accept the road report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Both of our SARPD officers just walked out, so we'll skip them and come back to them in 1 minute. GTMA did not submit a report, right, Sharon?
No.
Okay.
And I would assume that there isn't one for the police because they didn't have their own meeting either.
Oh yeah, because we're so early in the month, we didn't have a.
So there wouldn't be one.
Well, skip them and come back to them when they walk in if they get in before we finish up business. Park.
I talked to Leechburg. They're gonna have their public hearing, as I said last month, but it's finally, they should be making their vote to do it tonight. I'm gonna advise this board, I'll have an ordinance. I was hoping to have it ready tonight, but I've been sick as could be for the last week. So I'm gonna advise this board tonight to vote to adopt this, ordinance for the creation of the new park authority. I'll get the advertising and the ordinance finalized and out to everybody very soon here, and we got a month and a half till the next meeting. So.
Vote to adopt or vote to advertise?
Advertise. I'm sorry.
That's
vote to
okay.
advertise,
Just making
excuse me.
sure.
Yeah, I'm still not 100%. So
I'll
bear
make
with
a
me tonight.
motion to advertise the park authority ordinance in a form acceptable to the solicitor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And that's all I have for you tonight.
Okay. Kim, any other communications we need to review? Anything from the visitors? You're scared to speak now, huh?
Tim, I do have one question.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that deed done, the transfer.
Oh yeah, that's actually being approved as we speak. Yeah.
Okay, with the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then DCD, it's gonna take a little time, but yeah, that was one thing I did get completed before I fell off a cliff the other day. So.
That question was gonna come.
Alright, so any calendar additions? Before we make a move for adjournment, I would like to make a motion that we have an executive session for litigation, potential litigation, and adjourn and go into executive session.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So adjourn and we'll go to executive session.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.